Hi, I'm Ben Bliss. I'm a tenor. I'm currently singing the role of Ferrando in Così fan tutte at the Met. I'm also the co-founder of Mise En Scène Studios, also known as MESS, and the artistic director.
Hi, my name is Lachlan Glenn. I am not doing anything quite as fancy as Ben, but I'm about to be going to the Opera Theatre of St. Louis, where I serve on the music staff every year. And also I play and coach for the semifinals and grand finals of the Met Opera National Council editions, which starts up next week. I am the co-founder and general director of Mise En Scène Studios.
So Lachlan and I met at the Metropolitan Opera's Lindemann Young Artist Development Program, and after discussing some of our fears and worries about the future of our art form, we did a bunch of research and decided to form Mise En Scène Studios, which approaches what we believe to be the 21st century version of presenting classical music to new audiences. It lowers the price of experimentation for new audiences, gives a fun, sexy vibe to the presentation of classical music. We also address the sustainability issue on the business end of things. We have a financial model that really sets us up for success and long-term sustainability. And lastly, we wanted to create a home for young artists in New York. So mise en scène is difficult to translate literally. If you plug it into Google Translate, it'll come back with production. I first came across the term when I was in film school in Southern California, and it was the title of our film aesthetics textbook. Basically what it means is everything you see within the frame, within the picture of a film, or in the case of opera, everything that you see on the opera stage. For Mise En Scène Studios, we took that to mean the entire experience of classical music outing. From the time you get off the subway and enter the house and hear the strings tuning, to the production itself, to the feelings and memories that it leaves you with. And that's an all-encompassing idea that we wanted to approach in terms of our presentations at MESS.
So what we wanted to really do with MESS was create an experience around classical music. And you'll notice, even though we class ourselves as an opera company, and according to the IRS we're an opera company, and we fully intend to eventually produce operas, we don't have opera in the name of the company. And the reason for that is that we wanted to explore all kinds of classical performing arts. And I often say, when I'm explaining to people why I love opera so much, it's a conglomeration of all the art forms. That's one of the things that makes opera so special. So it made sense to me to extract those different elements of what makes opera opera and present them individually. So we'll have a concert with a string quartet and some singers, we'll have a jazz band, we'll have dancers, we'll have a chorus, we'll have all these various elements so that when eventually we produce operas or take our members out to see the opera, like we saw Ben in Così at the Met the other night, they can understand what goes into it. It's like when you're cooking. I love cooking. But you can't cook until you know what the ingredients are, and you can so much better appreciate fine cooking when you can taste the various elements and you know what they are and you know what goes into it. So the way MESS works is we produce a series of special events around New York City. We do about one every other month. All these events have world-class music and an open bar and food, and they're all small. We have a maximum of about 150 people at each event. Your first time at MESS is free, and after that you need a membership to come back. And a membership is just $99 for 12 months. We have a rolling calendar rather than a typical season, so whenever you buy your membership, you'll still get your money's worth. And we send you an email a month before the next event. If you want to RSVP, you can. If you want to bring a friend, you can, and they can come free if it's their first time. And that's how it works. And then eventually we'll be presenting other events where we sell tickets, like fully produced operas.
And members will be the only ones with access to those headliner events. So membership has an incredibly high value factor. I think of it as I mentioned, a former film student and a movie lover. You go see a movie at AMC and it's $20 for a ticket plus popcorn. You buy a $100 membership to Mise En Scène Studios and you come to even 3 of these events. You're paying about $30 a night to be up close and personal with some of the greatest musicians in the world, have a few cocktails, have some free food, mingle with some interesting people. It's a deal, so get it while the getting's good. So if you'd like to find out more about Mise En Scène Studios, you can visit our website, messenyc.com. You can also follow us on Facebook under the same handle and also on Instagram.
The best way to really find out what Mess is all about is to just come to an event. And on our website, you'll find a button on basically every page, at the top of every page, that says, if it's your first time and you want to come to an upcoming event, click here and add yourself to the Google Doc where we collect the names of people who want to come for their first time free, and we'll add you to the guest list. So that's the best way to do it.